Hello, my friends. Today is May the 11th, and this is a reading for you if this is your birth date. I do psychic readings and I do healing work at my place in Albuquerque or via the internet. Look at my credits below. This is a four-card pull to cover the year to follow, approximately 7 to 10 minutes, so bear with me. General energy card for the year, challenge you might face, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. This is the general energy card of the river of the year, the river. And what does the river say? Well, the river says you got to jump into it. You got to go with the flow of the river. That's life. That's being. That's being in your body. That's being in your soul. That's being in your consciousness. You got to let go. You got to let God. You got to let Creator. You got to let flow. The river is going to change you. Life is going to change you. Stepping into it fully is going to change you. You can't hold on. You can't try to cling to the edges. You can't try to stay on the edge because you need that river. You need that change. You need that growth. You need that. Uh, the river softens your hard edges. The river uh, allows you to surrender to time and to flow and to not stay stuck in the places you were. Because once you step in the river, you're never going to be the same again. You can't step into the river in the same place twice. You're always going to be changed by the river. So you have to let life change you. You have to let the river change you. You have to go with the flow this year. And that's what the river talks about. How are you going with the flow? Or are you avoiding the flow? Or are you, clinging to the rocks and not letting the river take you? Are you not surrendering to what your life is showing that you need to do? This is your particular challenge. The tower, something major is happening this year. Something major is changing your point of view. They might mean the towers need to crack, that your foundation needs to collapse, that your belief system no longer works, and that you fall from this tower. As it collapses, you fall to the earth, and you're left in this rubble. But you're beside a lake, and you're beside the water, and there's a canoe there, there's a boat there that can take you uh, across the waters, meaning you can go, you can grieve, you can let go, you can start a new life, and you can build a new foundation, a belief system for yourself. But that's your challenge. Your challenge is to step into the river. Your challenge is to let things collapse. But they need to collapse, and they're going to collapse anyway. So you can't hold on to what you had. You can't hold on to a belief system that doesn't work. You can't hold on to something in your life that is not serving you, that is eating you alive and taking you down a path to depression, desolation, who knows. So it's got to crack apart so you can begin again, so that you can find your way again, because something's not working this year, and something is going to change for you. Now, that's going to be the little plink on the top of the head that says, oh, I got it. I don't believe that anymore, and I'm not going to do that anymore, and I'm going to change the way that I think and act and do in this world. Now, most of us can't do that little plink and go, oh, brilliant. All right, I bought a new path. Many of us have to have life kind of fall apart in front of us, and things change, and things die, and things collapse, and people leave, and people get mad, and it's a lot of stuff that we can't control, but we need to go through it. Like the river says, we need to go through this. And if we avoid it and we keep fighting it, it's just going to make it harder for us. You have to jump into this river. And so, what do you have once you collapse? When something collapse, a foundation, a belief system collapse, or a physical foundation collapse. Well, Jaguar talks about love, impeccability, integrity, honesty, courage, psychic awareness, but primarily I think it talks about integrity and impeccability. It's the more you keep your word, the more you hold your integrity, the more you stick to the foundations of belief that are higher energies and higher belief systems and higher virtues, the more you're going to be able to go through this with a grace and a courage and a love that allows you to forgive yourself if you made mistakes, allows you to course correct if your course has no longer served you, and allows you to do it with grace and impeccability. It's like you want people to see you as strong and able to change when needed, and able to stand in your integrity throughout the whole thing, able to stand in your belief systems that empower you, able to stand in your self of love that says, we're all doing this and we all need to allow ourselves to surrender to the river sometimes. You're a way shower, you're a teacher of that. And that exactly is the synopsis card. You're a way shower, you're a teacher. You light a light for others to follow you. You catch the wings of consciousness, the higher senses of yourself, and you bring them forward with grace and integrity and impeccability and kindness and service to the world. I think ultimately this is about service to the world. The ones that are, if you're afraid to step in the river, you're afraid to become what you need to become. You're afraid to become the teacher that you are supposed to be. You're afraid to become the way shower that you have a gift to give. You're afraid to stand up with your light and walk forward in courage. But once you let that foundation crack and you fall to the ground, you have no choice. You have no choice, really, but to grieve and to go on and forgive yourself and to stand in your power and make your more course changes with grace and beauty and forgiveness and love, and keep going forward, and move across the waters and set something new on fire in a good way. With inspiration, with powerful inspiration. This is, the flame of inspiration, the flame of passion, the flame of going forward with some just cause, with some right action, with some powerful truth that moves other people to follow you. That's Jaguar. That's this being with the light. That's falling from the tower and getting up and finding your grace again. And that's going down the river. That's going down the river and letting life change you for what you need to become. And this is a very powerful year of growth and change that says you've got to change. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Step into the river. Find your new path. Allow yourself to course correct. Allow yourself to do it with grace. You have the integrity. You have the ethics, the morals, the integrity, the impeccability to keep your word and to stand in your power and to stand in your love and to stand in your forgiveness and stand in your courage. Ultimately, stand in your courage like the jaguar, strong, invincible, quiet, alert, intuitive, all senses open, strength in character, the ability to camouflage one jaguar when they need to be camouflaged, but the ability to have a voice that is heard, that is powerful, that is clear, that is succinct, and with that voice, can you move forward into the new realm that you're supposed to be moving into, the realm of healer and teacher and way shower? And maybe you're stepping onto a political stage, maybe you're stepping onto a healing stage, maybe you're stepping onto just becoming powerful in your own right, regardless of what you do, and standing up with your impeccability and your integrity. Ultimately, the overall most important thing that I see in this, your integrity. Hold fast. Keep the strength. You have it. You have it. Let it go and go on and go forward. Aho.